Day two of my deload week, and we kick things off with bench press. So even though it's deload week, I'm still going relatively heavy-ish. Still lighter than what I've been previously doing. But again, going off the same principle as I was explaining with my day one session, the aim here is just to move what would be my last warm-up set before my opener. So this is the first set of three of 120 kilos, get nice and easy. First set moved really well. And it's definitely now boosting my confidence a bit more to kind of feel like, you know what, despite feeling how I feel on the day, I'm going to give it my all. Me and my coach, we set out the numbers that we want to get. And I definitely feel a lot more confident to put up a good enough showing at the European Championships and, just build on from there. Because a month later is the British finals, to which I'd also be uploading the videos. This set felt a bit slow. I felt like my setup wasn't the best, especially where the bar with these J hooks, they're quite long. So generally, I like to try and keep the bars close to the edge of the hook as possible, just so it's easier to then rack the bar out of it. On that second set, it was actually further back, so I felt like I had to really pull the bar over my chest. So the setup just felt a little bit wrong in comparison to my first set. But with this one, you can see I'm standing up before the set because I've actually physically rolled the bar forward, and that becomes a lot harder to do once there's more weight on that bar. So this was the last set of three. Today's bench session was just very easy. I always find my first upper body sessions a lot more. Oh, I say that and then the on rack was terrible. But yeah, as you can see now, I kind of moved that bar right into the edge. And I almost like felt a little tweak going on my right chest as well, which was a bit weird. But yeah, all was good. As I was saying before, yeah, I find that my upper body days, especially my first upper body day sessions, are quite smooth. I get the job done, and I find it a lot easier to. I say easier, but I've been progressing them quite well. So I was really happy with how that went. Then I'm currently just setting myself up for the Pendlay rows, and again, with this week, it's all about just getting the job done, especially on my main lifts. Do what I'm planning to do in competition, and then when it comes to doing the accessories, because it's deload week again, going off a bit light or going lighter than usual. And today was, I think, just 60 kilos, which was half than what I did in the last week of my last training block, or my training week, I should say. Sorry. So I did 120 kilos for eight rather. So I thought, let me just take that down. 60 kilos on the bar, nice and easy. Get that done for a set of six, two sets of six, and yeah, just kind of go from there. So you're gonna see the first set here, just trying to stay as strict as possible. That's another thing as well when you're doing your deloads, like still try to move the weight as if you're moving the weight like you would do in your normal training days. I find that sometimes people will become a lot more lackadaisy on deload days, and it's like, no, still let your body recover, of course, by lifting lighter, but equally still lift the same intent of improving that lift. Even as I said before in previous videos, like when you're doing your deloads, still aim to improve on each deload week. So rather than constantly cut the intensity by half, like slowly build that intensity up, but just do it at a rate that's going to be a lot more slower than you would with your actual training weeks. So let's say you cut it by 50%, the next deload week you go 55%, and then so on and so forth, because you're going to get stronger. So as you get stronger, obviously you're going to be lifting more during your deload weeks as well. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Day three on the way.